all are doing good. So first, let me introduce myself. My name is Deepa Jain. I completed my graduation last year from Hansraj College. Currently, I am pursuing my articleship from Deloitte in the Stat Audit profile, and I cleared my IPCC in May 2018 and secured All India Rank 1. And now I must appreciate the efforts which are being put up by the Spark members, because I know how much efforts they are putting in, and being the co-founder of the Spark, this really makes me proud.
Hello guys, this is Manishu Goyal. I am former member of Spark Society and currently I am pursuing articleship from E&Y. I am really delighted to be part of this great initiative taken up by Spark Society, and I am really looking forward to help you through this video.
Hi guys, this is Apurva. So I was being told to give a little background about my journey. So I passed out from college in 2019, and if I look at my college life, so I can divide it into three parts. My IPC journey, I got an AIR 32 luckily. Then being a part of ECEL, heading it, then a few small internships, then at present working with KPMG as a tax staff accountant. So yeah, this is pretty much.
So starting with our first question, it's about the schedule which I followed during the last month. I would share not only my last month but the entire revision strategy that I followed. Okay, so what I did was I kept the last 3 months for revision. I gave my exam in May. So by Jan end, my target was to complete the syllabus for the very first time. Okay, so now what next I did was out of the 3 months, first 2 months was for the first time revision. See, the first time revision is the one, sometimes you can feel like पहली बार ही कर रहा हूँ, and it's very normal. And so that's why I gave 2 months for the first revision. You have to give your time to the first revision, and there you make sure that all the points you are getting struck to, and the things that feel complicated, you must note it down or just highlight it that during the next revision I have to go through this topic for sure. Okay, so first two revision, just first 2 months the first revision, and the second revision I gave my exam in old syllabus. So like I had 7 subjects, so what I did was like 3 days for each subject, which is like 21 days I used for my second revision. So what basically I did was first 2 days was for the revision, and the third day I gave the exam. Like you revised the subject in the first 2 days, and the third subject just give one mock test paper. It really helps. You know how much time you are taking, and the time management skills are equally important. Okay, so just I'm not asking you to give 5 or 10 mock papers. Even if you give 1 or 2, that would be more than enough. So just one paper, and the rest of the day, what I did was I went through the RTPs, MTP, or like basically the questions practice. So this was my second revision, and third revision was basically 1 day for each subject. We all know we just have 1 day before our exam. So this was basically the strategy which I followed, because I was actually preparing my mind for that phase where we will just have 1 day for the revision. So third revision was like just 1 day revision.
So there are these two things in the question. One is how to be consistent and other one is how to study for long hours. For consistency, I would say two simple words: make a good plan. If you will have a good plan and a proper follow up of that plan, consistency will come on its own. ऐसा क्यों बोल रहा हूँ मैं? क्योंकि if you will check your daily performance with your planning, and you will see that there is significant portion which is left, और तो अपने आप से मोटिवेशन आएगा या फिर एक डर लगेगा कि यार काफ़ी रहता है. सो कंसिस्टेंसी अपने आप आएगी, एंड व्हेन यू विल सी दैट you achieve what you planned, this will work as motivation as well. So for consistency I will really recommend to make a good plan. And for the other part, to manage how to manage long sittings, there are these two things which I used to do. For some days I used to make group study plans. For me they worked, for most people they it didn't. So in I feel like if you are studying with a group, it is easy to manage sitting for long. And other than that, you can you can solve your doubts on very quickly. So one thing is group study. And for the other days, divide your whole day into different parts. Like if I am going to study for 12 hours, I will divide it into 3 4 sub parts. Like I will give 4 sittings of 3 hours each, और after every sitting I will take at least half an hour break. उस ब्रेक में अब कुछ भी रिफ्रेशिंग सा कर लो, either go talk to your family or call a friend or take a walk, whatever, जो भी रिफ्रेशिंग होता है. So these are two things which I did to manage long hours.
So coming to the question of the number of mocks, for practical subjects, I would say 2 would be a good number. For theoretical, 1 would suffice. When you do mocks, whatever number of times the mock you do, the main important part is to do it the same manner jaisa you'll be doing in the exam. So try, if you get that elongated sheet, draw lines on the left hand side, draw a small line on the right hand side, whatever is your strategy, like center mein numbering karna hai, then a black pen se, underlining a few things, putting the margins, like how you imagine in your exam, do the mock in the same way. That's the most important part. Second other note, you do 1 mock, you do two mocks, but at least see last 5-year papers, like at least see them, read the answer sheets jo ICI gives. That is more important.
Question, it's about the theory practice. Theory subjects are very hard. As compared to practical subjects, it's difficult to study for theory exams. I understand that. And so how I did the theory subjects, I'll share that. I had the habit of making notes. I just used to pen it down, the topics, and not the entire line. You just have to pen down the important line. See, examiner is not asking you to write word to word, but you have to remember the important words, and I recommend you to underline those words in the exam, and because that will get the examiner's attention and that would be in your favor. So I used to write down the topics and I used to make the subtopics and the headings. Like अगर उस heading से कोई question आया तो I should have 3 to 4 subheadings prepared, so that I can just write it down. And this should be your strategy while studying the theory subjects, कि साथ ही साथ याद करना कि इस टॉपिक में क्या क्या सब टॉपिक्स थे, so that when you are giving your exams, you know by the topic name कि अच्छा इसमें ये टॉपिक था. And वो तभी होगा when you are studying and you are making notes साथ ही साथ. It's तभी only possible. So, and the next question was कि mock papers देने चाहिए या नहीं. It's very, like I said while answering my previous question, it's very important to give your mock paper. See, in theory subject, like what I did was just write 1 or 2 mock paper. You have your paper which you have written, and just compare with the suggested answer given by the institute. You'll know the level they are expecting, the level you have written. You yourself can evaluate yourself better more than anyone else. So self-evaluation is a very important strategy which can help you. Just you have written your paper, compare it with the institute suggested answer, and you you are the best judge for yourself, and you will know where to improve and where you can, which part is missing, how you can frame it in better way. Or otherwise, see, the theory questions is basically first you have to quote the section. If you don't know the section, just don't write the section, just write as per the Companies Act or like that. And the next paragraph is about you answering the question, and then the third part should be the conclusion. So that should be a flow which you should follow. And then when you compare with the institute, you will get to know what they are expecting और कैसे अच्छा कर सकते हैं.
So see, I would say, मतलब make your own notes in your own handwriting during your first revision or during your classes, and while doing second or third revision, go through them. If you have a clear understanding of whatever you have studied, and if you have notes for in your own handwriting, so definitely you will understand the differences of the similar looking questions, and you will deal with this situation.
So coming to the question of how will you prepare in that one day, a simple logic. There might be a person जिसने 2 साल बहुत preparation करा है, and he has done all the homework. बहुत बार उसने 2 बार उसने सब कुछ पढ़ लिया. He has done a lot of work. Whereas on the other side there is a person who was an average person who did average work, but he had prepared his self notes very well. He had done all the star markings, the very important questions, the like slightly important question, not to see things, the formulas at one page, the important questions, theoretical keywords at one page. So because the other person did this thing much, so एक दिन before the exam he'll be able to see that quickly, whereas जिस person ने इतना मेहनत करा है, one day before the exam he won't be able to get an opportunity to see everything once.
Okay, so the next question is, क्या हम खुद की लैंग्वेज में लिख सकते हैं और we have to follow institute का ही? See, even if I'll say ना कि you have to write पूरा institute का word to word, you cannot use your own language. That's not possible. That's just not practical. Okay, I'm not saying कि institute कहता है कि पूरा खुद की language में लिख लो. They do expect us to remember some keywords. Not each and every word, but the keywords they expect us to learn, and you have to underline those, as I said in my while answering my previous question. So this is what I think. I don't think if you'll write some अपने if you use the keywords and फिर खुद sentence you can frame, that won't deduct your marks. This is what I think, because as I said, it's not possible to word याद कर सके. But just make sure you write the theory subjects proper heading, subheading, and then you underline the keywords which the institute is expecting us, and then if you frame in your own language using those keywords, I don't think the institute will deduct your marks.
So yes, there is this one thing which I really feel, if I would have done in my preparation, then I would have improved my performance. I didn't practice writing for any theory exam, and I used to feel that if you have a clear understanding of each and every topic, and if you have learned all the keywords, then writing comes on its own. But what after the exams, what I feel, that you couldn't put the language of law or the language which institute is expecting without having the practice in writing. So I would really say, and I would recommend for all the people, all the students who are preparing for their exams, that please practice writing as well. They would really improve your understanding and your performance in your IPC exam.